consistent at the basic bullshit than it is to find the magic routine or the magic pill or the magic trick or the magic this or that. Because a lot of times what happens is, and this happens a lot, there will be a new discovery that'll be made with whether it's, you know, a more effective method on how to do this, a more effective method on how to do that, brand new this will fix everything. If I'm being honest, especially with things like fitness, I tell people all the time, there's really nothing new under the sun. All the shit that worked since the beginning of time is the same shit that still works today. And if you're not doing the basics properly, and you know, I'll dive into fitness with this again. If you're not doing the basics properly, the basics of dieting, the basics of training harder than last time, the basics of making sure that you're sleeping, stretching, making sure that your tissue can actually recover from the work that you're doing, you don't need to worry about taking athletic greens every morning. You don't need to worry about ashwagandha. You don't need to worry about things like what else do they be trying to sell? Shilajit. And don't get me wrong, this not what I'm trying to say is that these things aren't, you know, effective in their own right. But what I am trying to say is they're effective for those who understand the fundamentals. Even if you look at high level NBA, high level NFL, high level any type of sport, you won't find the craziest shit. You're actually gonna find that they just do the fundamentals really fucking well. Like, they do the fundamentals almost exclusively. The crazy plays that you do see are more one-offs, less common than, you know, the basic bread and butter. And I'm saying this strictly because I think that one thing that we need to realize in order to grow is that you have to understand whether or not you're doing something out of novelty, you're doing something because you have shiny new object syndrome, or if you're doing it because there's been an identity shift and you're actually becoming and stepping into the new person through your actions and your habits. And when it's an identity shift, you'll see it because it's not going to look very flashy. It's going to look boring but consistent. It's going to be drip fed into your lifestyle until eventually it becomes the new norm. And a lot of times what people will try to do is they'll try to adopt the habits first of what they think the ideal is supposed to look like. They'll try to adopt, you know, oh, I want to train like the most athletic NFL star. I want to train like the most athletic NBA star. I want to train like a Mr. Olympia. But it's like they're telling you to do bench press, bro. You can't even do push-ups. You feel me? So you really got to take it in at a level that you're at. And although it might not look flashy for the level that you're at, you're not going to be doing flashy shit. At the end of the day, it's about setting the tone for the rest of your life, about what the rest of your life is going to look like as you step into that new identity of who you are. Boring consistency. So just keep that in mind. One thing I want you to acknowledge is those little wins are the victories. You don't have to have it all figured out today. You don't have to have it all figured out tomorrow. You don't even have to have it all figured out for the rest of your life. You just have to have one thing that you can say you can do right now. That's it. Just one thing that you can do right now. And if you compound that one little baby thing over and over and over and over again, eventually it'll spill into the bigger things in your life. It'll spill into greater habit shifts, greater identity shifts, and overall a lifestyle change that was given to you slow, boring, but steady. Not flashy, not a shiny new object, but properly paced. And we're gonna change things. And that's what I feel like a lot of people are missing, because they get into things like, or it could be really anything, but they feel as if once they set that goal, they have to formulate their entire lifestyle around it. And I'm telling you, that's the quickest way to get burnt out. That's the quickest way to end up right back at square one, because the person who you are, your identity, is not matched up to the lifestyle that you're living. You're trying to take level two identity, a level 2 mindset, level 2 beliefs, level 2 doubts, level 2 worries to the lifestyle of a level 10. And it's not going to work that way. It's not going to work that way. You have to take that goal and say, all right, how would it look at my level right now to be able to be consistent? What can I reasonably do to make sure that I don't overextend and end up burning myself out? And watch what your mind does. It's gonna make it sound like you're on some bitch shit. It's gonna make it sound like you're trying to sell yourself short. But when your mind doesn't want you to change, when your mind wants you to stay in the same place that it's been forever, it tries to put you into this all or nothing dichotomy that isn't real. It tries to say that, oh, you have to have it all perfectly figured out right now or you're not worth it. You gotta have it all perfectly figured out right now or it's not for you. You gotta have it all perfectly figured out, and you gotta have the perfect routine, you gotta have the perfect schedule, you gotta have the perfect this and this and that. Otherwise, your efforts are pointless. You gotta be able to tell them no. You gotta be able to say, I showed up, and I showed up today, that's all that matters. You know? In the way that I could, I showed up today. And then, over time, keep showing up. You'll be known to yourself when you think about your habits and your actions and your identity. You'll know that I'm the person that keeps showing up. And that'll show up in bigger things. If you want to study for a test, you can study for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Then 10 minutes. Then 20 minutes. Next thing you know, you're starting study groups. Just because of that 5 minutes, you kept showing up for 5 minutes every day. Keep that in mind. It's the little wins that matter.